High Impact TV's Tea or Coffee, and you can follow us on all of our social media platforms at High Impact TV and at High Impact TV UK. You can see that I am smiling. Yes, we already have our special guest here on the show. And it's Friday, you know how we do it. We keep it simple, keep it fun, and keep it hippie. Woo, are you ready?
We're pumped.
All right, so we have Baaj Adebule here with us this morning. Hello.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. I was going to fangirl, but you know, I'm just going to keep it now.
All right. So a lot of people have actually, now when we posted the creative on social media saying this person would be coming on the show, and knowing that we just wrapped up a TV series where you were involved, and you seem to be one of, you know, people's favorite characters, right? And yes, we actually have questions from people. Okay. And we'll be throwing the questions to you on their behalf. But before then, let's talk about your career, how it all started. Because I realized that there was a particular interview you had where you mentioned that you had zero idea about acting before you went into it. And to think that you're a graduate of the economics department, finding yourself in the entertainment industry, wasn't that strange to you?
I think what was strange was not knowing what you want to do with your life. That's the strange part.
Okay.
Yeah. I think like a lot of other people, my course in university was pretty much, hey, this is what your parents say you should study. So you study it. Okay. And when you're done with university, you're supposed to either go and do masters or get a job somewhere that you can get a job. Pretty much. That's pretty much our life goals and journey, pretty much. But after, I think, a year after school, I realized that that just can't be my own journey. Not because it's a bad thing or anything. I just realized I can't work like that. So I just started trying out a lot of things. I did a little bit of engineering. I did some TV presenting. Where else did I work? I did some, you know those guys that used to fix, okay, there's this, how do I explain it? There's a mass and there's this other AC kind of machine that helps the mass. So I used to be one of those guys that helped to fix it. I was just trying out different things, trying to find out the one that I feel at home
comfortable with.
And I also saw this, a friend of mine told me about this General Tinsel audition. Okay. So I went for it. A couple of months later, I got a call back. I came for the audition. I was so bad that the guy doing the audition was like, you are really bad. But you look exactly like what we want. So I'm going to need you to go and work on yourself and come back. And I did. I came back, I did a couple of episodes, and I realized, yeah, this is it. This is what I want to do. So from then, that's when I now started learning how to act and so on and so forth. So
you tried different things. So I can say that you are a professional fixer.
Fixer.
You're a professional fixer. You can do a lot of things with your hands.
The reason why I stopped that was because I was not very good at it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But I enjoyed it.
You did?
Yeah, it was. I noticed no matter how bad where I am or wherever I am is, as long as it's a new experience, I tend to always enjoy it. I never understand that. But as long as it's something I'm experiencing for the first time, I get excited.
Okay, let's talk about the movies that you do. I've seen a couple of movies where you actually play the Casanova. And the player, the ladies
or the lover
man.
boy.
But do you have plans of branching out and doing other things? Just to show how versatile you are in the
industry. I've actually done quite a number of those as well. It's just when it comes to Nollywood, especially when you look a particular kind of way, there are 10 stories, 7 or 8 of them will be about you being a Casanova. Yeah. So I usually try to look out for the remaining 2 or 3 that aren't like that, and they don't come up very often. They're actually quite rare. But once I see them, I'm like, sweet, finally I get to do something cool,
something different.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Because I would say I get bored easily, but I do get bored when it feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, and it gets very, very telling on me personally. So I always try to make sure I look out for those kind of films, especially over this past, I'll say year and a half. I've been so lucky. I've been so lucky on that part. I think a lot of directors now they're trying to do a lot of new things, and my name seems to come up. So I'm so super grateful about that kind of thing. So I get to do an action film, then I get to do a horror film, and I get to do some poor guy.
That's not how they do it.
No, not that kind of
that's
action.
Not how
Actually,
it goes.
actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a way. There's a way.
Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't think we have that in Nigeria. I think you're trying to keep it as Nigerian as possible. So,
Okay, yeah.
So I get to do, I get to play some guy that isn't done with his education, so his English is not very good.
Really? I would like to see that. I really, but
you can. It's on Iroko.
Taking you out of your comfort zone, like, and you still, let's talk about characterization now. Knowing that your fans, people out there want to see the whole lover boy, Casanova part of you, that because that's what they've seen over time. And when you have to come out of your comfort zone or come out of that kind of character to play another character, what exactly is the process? Do you have to, you know, refresh your mind like, okay, so this is a different role, there's another strategy, or there's another way you have to go about it, or it's still the same way, still the same process? I
think any role, there's a basic form of everything I'm going to do for each role, but it's never the same way. Even for the Casanova one, because I'm not a Casanova in real life either way, so I still have to go through the process.
But it feels like that's what you've done over and over again, so you're probably used to that.
I don't think there's any Nigerian actor that has been acting for a while that hasn't had to do those kind of roles over and over again. Unfortunately, that's kind of what most of our stories circle around. Men are dogs. Men. That kind of thing. So you usually have to do those kind of roles more than once, obviously. But there's always a particular process. But just for each role, there's always going to be different things that you have to learn, different things you have to try, and just to get there, so to speak. But yeah, it's not like when I'm playing a Casanova role, there's no need to work again. Because the way I look at it is, even if there are 10 guys and all 10 guys are players, they all still have different personalities. They're all going to do it in different ways. They're all going to see the women in different ways. So I always try to make sure I look at it from that point of view. What is the writer trying to say with this character? Yes, he has a lot of girlfriends, and he's probably cheating on his girlfriend or his wife and so on and so forth. But what kind of person is he in his core? So I always try to look at it from that point of view, as opposed to just seeing it as, oh, this guy is a player, the end.
That would be nice. Before we get into the questions your fans have for you, I need to ask you, 2-3 weeks, Nigeria, we went through a lot. We had the protest, the NSAS protest, and police brutality protest. I went through your social media. I saw you talked about all of these things.
Yeah, he was active about it.
Yeah. How proud of you? How proud are you of Nigerian youth? I mean, today, how excited are you to be Nigerian? Because I mean, anybody I see, I want to ask them, because according to reports, a lot of young Nigerians were able to come out to talk about what they wanted, and a lot of Nigerian youths were able to donate to do a lot of things.
And coordinate.
Yes, and we're accountable. That's the things that we're asking for and looking for. But how proud of you? How proud are you of us?
I think before the whole NSAS movement, I was one of those Nigerians that I wished I wasn't born in this era. I hated the fact that I was born to this generation. I hated the fact that I was even a Nigerian at some point. I was no hope, you know. And then it was strange how you could have that mindset for years, and in a week it completely changed. It was so weird.
Epiphany.
It was really strange, because I remember like 2 or 3 months before, I was talking to a friend of mine, Sama Jibola, you know him from the Johnsons, and we used to have this kind of conversations. And he's more optimistic than I am, so he was always pointing towards that direction. I was like, I don't know where you're getting this from. What have you seen that is making you think like this? There's no hope. And then that week happens, and he hits me up like, I said, like, I cannot believe what's happening. Like, it was so strange. And then I started thinking about it from another point of view, in the sense that you tend to put yourself out of the generation when you're thinking like that. Like, you think you are different from everybody else. But when you stop and look at yourself, like the way you're living your life, are you a good person? Are you doing the right things? Are you legally and morally upright, you know? And if the answer to that is yes, then why are you assuming everybody else isn't? You know? So when you just see that, I don't want to speak bad about any other generation. When I talk about this generation, you start to understand that there are actually more people who are like that.
Yeah.
And they just need an avenue and an opportunity and an environment to thrive and to be that way. So I think that's one thing that thing really proved. And it was, it's not that told me I would be that hopeful, that excited, that proud of my own Nigerian generation. Like, you get out. But it was really nice. It was so nice.
Okay. All right. Now let's check out the questions your fans have for you. Pretty interesting. And the very first question here is from Toyin, all the way from Abuja.
Oh.
And she is saying, please ask him if he is single. So, Baaj, are you single?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you know you're going to be breaking a lot of hearts out there right now.
I'm used to it by now.
Okay.
Interesting. Let's have the next question.
So this one is talking about your dimples. It says, just tell him to stop flashing it all the time. This is from Sam. Sam is also from Abuja.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Kende, and he says, I don't want to see that hat on his head again. Thanks. Thankfully, he didn't wear that here. But yes, just give us a brief history about the hat, because for everyone who watched the online series, that was like a major costume for you, having the hat all the time. So what exactly, is it part of your character, or you had to just tell us about it?
Well, I kind of hated the hat at first.
Okay.
Because I had to be wearing stuff on my head. And I think, okay, there's this, because of how it is, it puts a little shadow on your eyes, which kind of makes you mysterious.
Okay.
And it kind of it conflicts the way I wanted to play the character sometimes. So sometimes I always try to put it up a little bit. But as the series went on, I started using it. So it ended up being a good idea. But I was never really a fan of the hat at first. And I didn't even know where it came from. But Effa said, I can't remember, I have a very bad memory. But he said the day we were shooting, the first day, my hair didn't look too good. And we didn't have time to go have a haircut. So Tola, his director, was like, yeah, let him wear a hat. And I wore a hat for the scene. And the hat looked good. I was like, nah, keep the hat. I'm like, no, it was supposed to. I'm like, no, we should keep the hat. And that's how we shot for the whole season with the hat. And the hat became a thing. And now I'm actually very happy the hat exists, because a lot of people, when they see me, of course, there's Lewis, you know? And I'm very happy that when I have the hat on, I'm Lewis. Like, so as long as I do not have the hat on, it's very easy to be like, that's not who you're looking at. You know, so it's easier to detach myself from the character in the eyes of everybody else. It doesn't always work, because you see here, where is your hat?
Exactly.
I am telling you.
But do you plan to make that a brand?
No. For monetary purposes, yeah, maybe. That would be nice if you make some money. Other than that.
Okay,
All right. Well, you've already answered this question, but so I don't get shot, I'm going to ask it anyways.
Okay.
This is from Dolakbo, and Dolakbo says, is he single? Will he marry me?
Interesting.
None of the above.
Okay, now talking about you being single, because that seemed to be like the major. I've seen other questions. Exactly.
3, 4, 5,
would you marry me? How many
6.
people would you get married to at the end of it?
I'm telling you, man. How is it possible?
Okay,
Man?
so you're in a relationship.
Yes, I am.
I would like to know, what does your partner think about you having lots of female fans, and not just fans, but fans who probably would jump at every opportunity to get involved with you?
Okay, it's not a problem, actually. It's not even something we've had a conversation about. She's pretty cool about it. Even when we go out and we run into people, she helps them take their phones and take pictures and everything they want
cool.
and everything.
But you both had the conversation. She's aware. There's an understanding.
Yeah, it's not like she met me as a banker, then I became an actor. I've been an actor throughout the time we've been together. We've been together for quite a while, actually, so she knows me pretty well. So it's not even a conversation or anything. It's work.
All right, let's take more questions.
Okay. Yeah. This one is from Chesson, and Chesson says, I would like to know how he gets into character for his movie roles.
Okay.
It starts with the script. Obviously, it really has everything. The script pretty much has a lot to do with it. Once I've read the script, then I now break down the character, who he is, who he was before the story, afterwards, what he wants to do, the kind of relationship he has with himself, with the story, the relationship he has with the characters there, his goals and his objective, his whys and whats, and the usual, the full story of who the character is. Then I study that. Then I now start to make kind of mannerisms for him, because what makes everyone really that different are just these little small quirks that we all have that we really can't get rid of.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know when we are doing it. So I just try to put a little bit of that in there, because when you're watching and you don't pay attention to those quirks, but those quirks make you believe that the character exists, actually.
Okay.
So I just add a little bit of that there, just there. Then I like to put movie references in there for myself. I just enjoy doing that.
But have you at any point had to, you know, bring out the best out of a bad script?
Yeah, you do that a lot.
Because we actually have some people that will tell you that while reading the script, if they don't feel cool with it, then they are not getting into that role.
Yeah, I used to do that. Once the script is about, like, I'm not doing, till I think it was Viola Davis that said it. She was like, a great actor can give a great performance from a great script. A good actor can give a good performance from a great script, but it takes a great actor to give a great performance from a bad script. So when I heard that, like, let me see if I can actually pull that off. So anytime I see a bad script, if it's not like super awful, I'll see what I can do with it. And lucky for me, I'm in that stage of my career where like the director actually listens to what I'm saying. So if I'm like, I don't want to play like this, I'll play like, hey, cool, I trust you. So that usually helps. Because now there's a lot of trust on, like, from the director and from people you're working with for you to deliver. So they really allow you really express yourself through it. So I might change some things that I think isn't working on the script, or if I look at the scene and how the props are there and everything is looking like, if you were to play the way it is in the script with what you've set up, it's not going to work. So can we move this here? Can we change this a little bit? And lucky for me, it works sometimes.
Okay.
All right, now this one is from Pauline. She says, what are your pet peeves?
I've always had a problem with that pet peeves thing. Give me an example.
What do you not like, basically?
I know I do have a problem with proud people or bullies.
Okay.
You don't have a problem with
I do have problem with,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I have, there are too, I won't say there are too many, but it's like an overarching thingy. Like the overall mindset of human beings generally, of how we perceive a lot of things, I think. There's this huge assumption of the life we're living for it to be like as real as it is, when most times it actually isn't. And when you understand that it's not as real as it looks, it helps you deal with things better.
Okay.
So I usually have.
Yeah.
Okay.
The NSAS thing, for instance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if it's a very weird, everyone will agree, but as much as we agree, we still don't understand it. It's really weird that there actually has to be a movement, or even the fact that there even has to be a conversation that is pushing towards the fact that there's a country where there are a lot of people who are not living well. They're literally just surviving. And there has to be a movement or even a conversation for that to be changed. It's a weird concept that actually has to happen. So stuff like that makes me very uncomfortable. There's some conversations that you're like, how is this even a conversation?
A conversation in first place.
How even a child won't have this kind of conversation? It's very, very obvious that this isn't right. So anytime something so obvious like that happens, it really breaks into everything, to politics, religion, tradition, and it's usually supported by this assumption that what you're thinking is real. Like, my tradition says this, or my religion says this, or according to the law it says this, so we should do it. Nah, this is just decisions made by other human beings at one particular time. So if it's not the betterment of people around you, if it's not making your life better, making us live a better life, then obviously it doesn't matter what the law says or what religion or tradition says. It's not right, you know? So.
All right, Dami is saying, would you be branching out of Nollywood into Hollywood? And
I would freaking love it.
Why? You want to forsake your own beloved?
No, I don't believe that. I mean, who doesn't want to be in different movies?
Well, when I said I would love it, I'm not saying I wasn't going to do any Nigerian films again.
But you would gladly
But I definitely want to do it. And not just, I even want to do Bollywood, man. Just I'm really, really into new experiences.
And you see
I actually like the fact that he tries to explore different things.
Yeah,
really.
yes, really good.
Okay.
My singing and dancing is shaky, but it's nothing I can't improve on.
Okay. I mean, okay. All right, let's take this one. Or we've already asked about the hat. But I'll still ask, why does he always wear a hat? Yeah. Yeah. All right. This one says, what's the secret of his cuteness? From Lola.
Okay. Yeah, from Lola.
It had to be from Lola.
And how does he, then somebody else also said, how does he maintain his dimple? So we can ask the two questions together.
Okay, the secret to my cuteness is, I don't know, having my bath. I actually don't know, because I really don't do anything outside the normal, have your bath and leave the house and brush your hair and stuff. I just recently started creaming, so I don't know if that's making much of an effect. Yeah, I shot this film with Michael Edger, and I saw, like, it was in the morning and he was doing the whole, I was like, what kind of guy, this guy does all this, so like he has products for everything.
Yes,
I was like, what kind of,
he
now picks my hand up, I was like, look at us, he's all cracky, he's not even fine, look at my hand. I was like, that doesn't matter. And next thing the film is over, I'm home, and I also picked up cream. I could not believe it. So I've, like, over the past like a month or so, I've actually been creaming my body more often than usually.
I just want to ask, you have not been moisturizing?
Yeah, I used to be one of those guys, man.
Really?
Yeah, you have a good skin.
Yeah.
You look good.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I didn't bother doing it. But he kept yabbing me, and I also the cream, and his face came in my head. And now anytime I like have my bath and I want to walk past the cream, his face flashes, and I also pick up the cream like before Michael starts saying.
Someone actually wants to know if you're as nice as you seem in movies, in real life.
I think I'm as nice as everybody else. I try to be as kind as I possibly can, because I always have this, there's this thought I always make sure I keep at the back of my head, that you're probably going through something now, and I'm definitely going through something now, but we are both unaware of what we're going through.
Yeah.
And by face value, you both look beautiful and happy and having a great life, but you are going through something. So the fact that I am going through something and you're unaware of it, and you are going through something and I'm unaware of it, means I definitely should be kind to you, because I have no idea what you're going through. So I always try to keep that at the back of my mind when I'm dealing with people generally. But that does not mean I don't lose my temper or like tell people off or anything like that. But I always try to just be as kind as I possibly can, you know?
Okay.
It's time to play games with you, but I have one last question that I want to ask you personally. So I see, I enjoy watching on YouTube celebrities, where, you know, celebrities fan out on other celebrities. Do you have those?
It's very hard to find out, because now he's a friend of mine, but I still I find out about Gabriel every time. I've been a fan of Gabriel even before I started acting.
Interesting.
So, but now we're friends, so it's kind of difficult to fan over him. But he knows he's my bro. I love that bro.
Okay,
that's cool.
That's cool, really. Yeah, I like to see.
Okay, so it's time for us to play games.
Okay.
I mean, what's Friday without, you know, wrapping up the show with playing games? And this one is 4 picks, 1 word.
4 picks. Oh, that's cool.
Exactly.
I'm good at that.
And we're starting with you.
Okay.
And the very first 6 is for you.
Okay.
So I hope you are ready.
I'm ready.
So you have to look at the screen.
Okay.
So that you understand, because it's going to be displayed on the screen. And the very first one is coming up, and we have it. So this is showing. That looks like Mickey Mouse? Is it?
No, it's Mario.
But a cartoon character, then another building, and Ludo.
Games.
Okay, games. Is it correct? Oh, interesting. The next one, please. Okay, so look at this. What can you... Thinking. Is that correct? Interesting. You came ready. We can see that. Okay, let's have another one.
We have people looking at each other's eyes, looking at the mirror.
Looking happy?
Blushing? No. Blush? No.
Blushing?
No, blushing.
You have 5 more seconds. 5, 4,
Blush,
3, 2, 1.
What's the answer?
What's the
Loving?
answer?
Admire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you have
2 more.
All right. Okay, what is this?
I don't know what this is.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Is that correct?
Nice.
Wait, I need to understand if you did not have a conversation with our producer before coming on board, because
It's a fine girl and a baby.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't know
Do
how
we
to
still
play
have
this
more?
game.
Okay, so the next one is coming up. Technology?
Oh, yeah. Actually.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Who asked you?
Oh, so
is it your game?
I am so
is it
sorry.
yours?
It's kind of obvious.
Apologize.
Oh, is it yours?
You should give me something
No, I
right
was-
after the show. I mean, I just helped you out. Is there another one?
All right, it's time for Wura to play the game.
Okay, so knowing that I answered one of your questions, you
Okay,
have
should
to
I
have
answer
my
one
back
first?
on this. Okay.
All right, so what's this? Is
Forest.
that correct?
Forest.
Yeah.
Should be.
Forest. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's your final answer.
Yeah.
Final answer. Funny friend.
Nature.
Oh, nature.
nature.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
because of that
but really-
second one. No, that second one kept making forest hard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
the island looking.
Yeah, just
Okay.
That's not fair. The
Well,
next one. Eyes.
fear.
Fear. Oh, yes. Fear. Is that it?
Yeah, it's.
Is that it? No,
Actually,
no.
Wait, so
no,
Baaj
no,
can help.
Don't say it.
The producer
Don't
is
say
asking me
it.
to tell you not to help out, but well, because she helped you, she said one.
It's not fair.
It is.
It's
actually.
fair.
So yeah.
The next one.
All right, the next one.
8? No.
I messed
4
up.
letters.
Should I?
Yeah.
You got it?
Bite, maybe.
Yeah, she's right.
Bite?
What is it?
Yes, bite. Yeah.
It's bite. Yay.
Is it bite?
Chew.
Oh, true. Oh, okay, true.
What's the
true.
difference?
This guy is already chewing
What
the
is the
apple.
difference? I don't understand. That's half mark. Okay, let's check the next one. Strength. Does it look like it? Is it strength? No, it's not. Power? Is it power?
No, I
it's
think you
not.
have to count pick your last answer.
My last muscle.
Muscle?
No,
Is muscle your last answer?
No, wait. I'm not sure.
I was saying strong. You were actually correct the
Yeah,
first
actually.
time. You were actually correct the first time.
Hello.
You were. I was wondering why you
Let's-
changed it.
She wasn't sure.
No, that's not it. No, they whispered in my
Try this one.
So it's really obvious.
This one is easy.
vegetables.
Vegetables. Yay!
Oh, I got it.
The
I
last
hope you
one.
know for the strong, it's half mark because I said strength.
Alright, so what's this one?
Why is it this long? Okay. Assembly. No, the that's China flag. So China.
So what? Chinese?
Population.
So why is
Because
China
they are the
flag?
most populated.
Oh, yeah.
We are in Nigeria, so
In West Africa we are, but they are in the world.
I am actually upset.
Okay, so I have mine is coming up next. I just have one. Wait, before we start my game,
Okay.
I don't want a situation whereby we're going to have a problem, like a
But-
conundrum. Wait, because everybody's own is easy and nice. Now mine will be
How
hard.
do you know? Because I was answering it quickly does not make it easy.
Thank you. That's the fact.
I think it is easy because
It was easy for me
yeah.
though, but yeah.
That's
Blood of the lamb. See what I say?
Say blood of the lamb. But really,
I need to hear. He's trying to help me. He's trying to say it now. Say
I
it.
think it's colors.
Colors. He
colors.
says colors. I believe him. Hey! Fist
But
bump.
there's something-
Hey!
Don't fist bump. There's something
Leave
you are
me.
not understanding.
Vacation.
Wait.
Vacation.
They set us up.
Vacation.
They're getting everything. Don't you think?
Disaster. Yes. Ambulance. Wait. This is quite long.
That's a truck. The first picture.
Delivery. DELIV. Hold on.
Your time is
ambulance,
up.
Wait.
Your time is up.
No,
Your time is up.
delivery,
Your time is up.
Wait.
Your time is up.
Transportation.
Transportation.
But her time
My
was
mind did
up.
not just go there.
Oh.
One more for me. I think I'm winning this game. Sport.
No.
No. Game. No.
No.
I can see football. I can see rats. I can see party game, dance.
You don't watch football at all, do you?
I don't.
But you go out now? You don't go out either?
Not really.
So what's the answer? Club. Like it's actually annoying when you have the idea.
That's usually easy.
A pregnant man.
No.
Wow. Okay, let's just see it again.
Size.
Oh. I didn't have enough time to think about it. But this, okay, so this is the last one for me. Malnutrition. Is it malnutrition?
Yes, it is. Wait, so who is the winner?
So the winner is Baaj, of course.
Followed by
me.
So what? Okay, so I mean,
Give your
knowing
speech
that-
here.
fellow Nigerians, can you all
ma'am.
hear me? But yes, this is where we would have to wrap up the show.